Welcome to another episode of the No Dress Code Pod. I'm your host, Bree. And if you are listening, thank you so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I know that it is not easy getting through the weeks, and the fact that you have taken time out of your day to spend time with me, that's all that matters. Chef's kiss. I hope that you do have an amazing week, and if you don't, you know what to do. Hit me in the DMs and be like,
I didn't have a good day.
now, there's nothing I can do for you in this moment, but we're going to speak into existence again next week. And baby, we're going to make sure you have a good week. So if you are watching this, thank you for tuning in. I'm so happy and welcome to the team. But also, you see, we have a special guest today. Okay? We have a... All right, so round of applause to our special guest. Does our special guest want to announce who they are? You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, guys. My name is Gean. It's Gean Grey. I'm a model from Long Beach. I accept a lot of work out of Los Angeles. I work internationally and locally.
Okay, internationally.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a short minute, but we're about to go ahead and jump into music pretty soon, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, if you have some time today, not if you have some time, when you make time to do this, go ahead and add me on Instagram. It's Gean Grey with a G, with 2 underscores. So Gean Grey and 2 underscores. I have gray hair and gray eyes. You cannot miss me. And I'll see you there.
I will also leave her Instagram page on the bio or in the comment section for you guys. I'll also post it to the stories, and if you catch it, if not, we'll leave it in the content section so you can always find her. So, Jean, are you happy to be here? Are you excited? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to be here. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
I can't wait to get into some stuff with you.
Oh, we're gonna get into it too. So before we get into it though, what are 3 words you would use to describe yourself?
Damn. I'm trying to be honest with these answers
And
and not lie to myself.
I hope you are. I hope you are.
I think I'm pretty nice. I can get aggressive if I'm excited and with the right people.
Ooh, people, not person.
Oh,
Okay.
not like that. Now I hear how it sounded. Thank you for playing that back for me. Person.
Okay.
But
You said people first, but okay.
hey man, you can get rowdy with your friends, like just kicking it, having fun. Not like that. But what else? Optimistic. Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic.
Okay, so nice, aggressive, and optimistic. Okay.
It's a funny mixture of words.
I mean, that's how you chose to describe yourself.
What about you?
Ooh, what about me? I'm delusional. We've already been over this. I'm a mix of 3 things. Delusional. Shit, what's the other 2? Hold on, y'all. I forgot. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm delusional, I'm dramatic, and the 3rd thing, it does start with a D. But
Oh, you depressed?
hell no, don't
Don't.
don't put that one out there. I did go through depression, but nah, as an overall, that's not how I would describe myself. I wouldn't describe myself as a depressive.
What's the 3rd D?
I don't remember, honestly. So it's something that they got to figure out through time, but it does start with a D. If I remember it though, I'm gonna drop it. But right now it's just delusional and dramatic. I should have wrote it down when I first thought about it.
They're all D's.
Yeah, they are D. They are all D's.
Was this on purpose or?
Nah,
they
just
just happen to be these.
I know who I am. I know about myself, and I'm gonna be delusional. I am Delulu. Loves it here. I'm Delulu, and I have no problem admitting that. I'm trying to tell y'all, this podcast started because I'm delusional. If I wasn't delusional, I wouldn't be here. I'm dramatic.
You're driven.
It
Is
wasn't
that
that, but I'll take it.
That's
That's
another
a cool
reason
little
why the
D.
podcast is here.
Yeah.
Driven.
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons. But yeah, delusional and dramatic for sure. I like me a little drama. I don't like. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't like drama in my life. We don't do that.
We
But
put on TV.
you know what? I realize when I don't have drama in my life, and I love when I don't. I sometimes do like it a little bit more on TV.
Yeah. That's the only reason I watch the reality TV shows.
Yeah, I like it. I like it sometimes. But when I got drama in my life, baby, I don't even want to watch that TV. I don't be wanting to see that. I be like, damn, I got no drama in my life. I don't need anybody else's. But when I don't have none, I'm just living good because I'm living under the radar. I'm minding my own business. Yeah, I like to watch a little. I like to I be on Tyler Perry a lot. I be on Tyler Perry a lot. Okay, so you want to tell people how we know each other?
Nah, they don't need to know all that.
Okay. She says y'all need to know all that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said that you started as a model. You said you said you've been modeling for a little bit.
Yeah, it's been about 4.5 years.
Okay, how's that been going for you?
Pretty good. It helps me pay the bills when I need it. It really comes in clutch sometimes. What else? It makes me happy. Makes me feel pretty good to do. You can be creative, put together your own outfits, do funky poses, which is me normally. So I feel like I belong there. I belong doing this.
Would you say that like you're passionate about it?
Mm-hmm. For sure. I had this one moment because, like, I mean, when you're modeling, you have to get yourself to these places that you get hired at. And I remember one time I was in the car driving for like 2.5 hours just to get there first off before I hadn't even gotten there to start working. I was booked for 4. So drive 2.5 hours to get there on the freeway and work 4 hours and remain perky and upbeat and energetic the entire time so you can get paid. And then drive 2.5 hours back home. Or depending on traffic, it might be more, it might be less. But while I was in the car, I was like, I really do like this. I like this shit.
I'm gonna be honest.
I must.
If you driving 2.5 hours one way, you gotta like it.
Yeah.
You gotta like it. Let me rephrase that. I would hope that you like it.
I love it.
And I love to hear it. I love to hear it.
But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like music even more. I depended on music a lot growing up. I was an emotional child. So it's really happy. I'm really excited to know that I'm about to start making my own instead of just listening to other people. So, yeah.
I will say, I've watched your modeling career over the years grow. And whether I've told you or not, you've had a lot of progress. You've had a lot of progress from day one to where you are now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You've shown a lot of progress and a lot of growth within that field.
I think I kind of figured out that before it was just something that made me feel good to do, and then after that it became like, I don't know, it just meant a lot more to me. It was more like I want to take more time on each thing, each project that I'm doing. I want to take more time. Like I was already pretty meticulous when it came to putting stuff together. Arriving ready whenever I got hired for something. But then eventually it got to the point where I was just putting stuff together by myself. And so I was like, okay, I really do like this. I was taking my money, investing it in myself. Just things like clothing, places to shoot at, and gas are not free.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you get a chance to experiment with makeup and stuff, which is something I really like doing. I want to do more of it at some point.
So I went to you. Let me rephrase. I went with you on a shoot recently, right? Let me tell y'all, I called out of work. Okay, I don't play no games. Fuck that job. Okay, when I tell you that job is temporary, this 9 to 5 is temporary. Baby, fuck that job. Okay, if y'all ever be like, hey yo, Bree, I'm trying to record, and I be like, I gotta work. I be like, fuck that job. You know, because this podcast comes before that job. The job pays the bills. Don't get me wrong. And let me rephrase that. The job gets the things done, but the job ain't the passion. So I'm just letting y'all know. This podcast gonna always come first. But so I went with you recently on a shoot, and I'm saying all that to say, so I personally don't feel like I'm in the industry. But I've heard like stories and stuff from like Instagram, I guess I should say. So I've like seen stories. I've seen like people who go on and be like, when you are a black model in the industry, like you have to do your own hair, you have to do your own makeup. So the shoot I went with you on was a little different. So obviously there was a makeup artist there.
I think what they meant was for black models, anyways. They have this. There's a fear of having someone do your makeup wrong, or it being too light. Someone not really caring too much to match your shade. I think that's what they mean by they have to take it upon themselves to do their own hair and makeup, so they don't ruin everything. They just do their hair and makeup by themselves. But yeah, at certain shoots, they will hire a makeup artist and a hairstylist to do your stuff for you.
And do they, in your opinion, know how to do black hair?
It really just depends on who the stylist is.
Okay.
Yeah, I've met a couple that know how to do black hair.
I mean, I wasn't gonna ask you to name any names because we don't. I'm not trying to blacklist nobody. I just wanted to know if you felt like you've had instances where you've had makeup artists or hairstylists who didn't know how to properly do black
I've
hair.
actually been lucky enough not to have to deal with anyone who doesn't, because I do this thing where I like to observe first. I don't just jump into anybody's chair. Normally, when you're waiting to get your hair done by someone or your makeup done, you're in a line full of models. You can jump and rush and be the first one in the chair if you want to. But I would suggest just waiting and sitting back and like, oh, let them do one or two people's face to see if they're actually good at it. Look at their makeup and see if you like, I think they can get me right. And then you let them do your makeup. Like I actually, some fashion shows, they'll hire like anywhere from 4 makeup artists up to like 10, 15. And it really just depends on who you choose, whose chair you choose to sit in.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless they just have one, then you freaking have to do it by yourself. You gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just seen stories where people are like, oh, you have to do like your own hair and your own makeup, and to a certain extent, I be getting it because black hair is different. But I just feel like if you went to school for this, then you should know how to do it. But
Yeah.
so don't let everybody play in my hair.
I mean, I've talked to a few makeup artists, and the ones that are taking classes together, when they're working on it, them practicing on actual faces is really them just practicing on each other, and not everybody has every skin tone in that class. So
Yeah.
you might be in a class full of people who are lighter skinned, so you get really good at working with lighter skin, but then when you meet someone like us, it might be a little tougher.
Yeah, when I went to school for phlebotomy, we drew blood on each other. Well, we drew each other's blood, is what I should say.
We drew blood on each other.
Yeah, we drew each other's blood. So when did you know you wanted to be a model? When did you be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about to pursue.
I honestly, when I was a kid, my mom took me to Barbizon, And
I remember them. They used to be in the mall.
yeah, I was actually interested in going because her and everybody in the neighborhood used to say, "Are you a model? Are you modeling?" And she was like, "You got to model. You have to." She really wanted me to do it, and I never wanted to. But then at some point in my head, I think I was probably like, I don't know, I might have been 14 or something, but I was just like, I want to model now. I'm ready now. And I was really confident. I was in the best shape ever. But anyways, so
You were also a child.
I was also a child, whatever. Facts. But yeah, my mom took me and I think like two other people to the Barbizon headquarters in, I believe it was in Los Angeles. But
Probably
basically,
LA or Hollywood. I know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
basically we were there for a couple hours and they had me do a little bit of everything, some acting, my walk, whatever. And obviously back then, you need confidence, you need to be fit, you need the height. For a majority of the models, you need the height. But yeah, I got all yeses across the board, and they really liked my attitude. And they basically asked my mom to pay for headshots, and which would have been about $200. And she said no. And I remember turning to her and saying, "Come on, mom, I wash your car, I lotion your feet, I do whatever."
I do not like feet. That girl, you threw me off because I do not like feet at all. I don't even like my own
I don't
feet.
mind them. I like massaging things.
I will massage a lot of things, but I do not want to massage your feet.
Well,
I'll pay
I
for
got
that.
used to massaging people's feet young.
Yeah, I know.
It was the only way I was about to get any kind of money.
Yeah. I used to I wanted to do that little Barbizon thing, but I didn't want to model. I wanted to act. I wanted to be a little actress. My daddy wasn't feeling that though. Yeah.
Well,
Shout out to my daddy though.
shout out to your daddy.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling that. Anyways, so in your opinion, do you feel like it was easy for you to get into modeling, or do you feel like you had all my life I had to fight?
I felt like it was easy. I felt like it was easy. Part of me wants to say it was hard, but that would be a lie. I think it's harder for some people, and I think it also has to do with your level of confidence that you have in yourself. You got to be confident in your look, confident in what you have to offer. I know a lot of models that don't know how to get paid. And even me, I'm still working on raising the amount of money that I'm making, but I have raised my rate a couple times.
And you better.
Yeah, as I get better at what I do and become more confident in things like my posing, and my knowledge of lighting and stuff like that, I do raise my price. It doesn't take as much time for a photographer or a designer to really get me to pose the right way, because I pretty much just jump in and do it myself. It's like you actually hired someone to do it and they know how to do it. But if you're not confident, it shows when you're posing. When you get hired for a gig, they're just looking at you like, all right, now I paid for the studio. Now you get you get over there and shine so we have something to shoot. And if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're not confident about it, you're going to be wasting people's money. And so it would make sense for you to charge a little less, because if you don't know what you're doing. But when you do know what you're doing, you can charge a whole lot more.
And you better speak that. You better speak that. You just said something that I was going to ask about.
What?
Oh, I was going to say, so do you feel like, are you saying that it wasn't hard because you feel like it wasn't as hard as others, or are you just saying it wasn't hard because you don't feel like it was hard for you?
I just feel like it wasn't hard for me.
Okay.
Like so when it comes to hard, I'm not really sure like what you mean by hard. Like, I did take a lot of time to do certain things. Like, as I said, I spent hours driving around in a car, My car has broken down before. Just people didn't. So I've gone to, I think, at least 2 shoots, and there would be like not even a miscommunication, but someone's just a flat out liar, and they're trying not to pay you, and I've had to work with crap like that. But I think because I'm just a really happy person, when I'm thinking about like what I've been through, I see the positives more than I see the negatives. So when you ask me if it's hard, like I didn't think about any of that bad stuff, but a lot of those things have happened to me. A lot of the things that have happened to other models have happened to me. Like I've had someone try to corner me, but all that really does, and I haven't had many instances like that ever. I've only had one instance like that, and it's because I know how to choose which shoots are for me.
When you say corner you, do you mean like corner you as in you felt unsafe?
Well, I didn't feel unsafe.
But
I
you
felt
felt
like I
like
was in a room with
uneasy?
a pervert.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there, photographers out there. Some people just become photographers just because they want to get closer to women. And you can have a great portfolio and still be a pervert. And so if you're online looking to work with someone and you see their portfolio and you're like, wow, they've done so many things. And then you meet them in person and they turn out to be a pervert. It's like, damn, how would I have seen that coming? But after, like, I talk to people for a while before I actually shoot with them. And I get to know people. And, I always, if I'm ever going somewhere new, I do send the address out to people that I trust, people that I know are on top of their shit and really care about me. So they'll show up if they don't hear from me.
Do you share your location?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean like the address. I mean like, do you physically share your location?
Ooh, excuse me. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just send the address. It really just depends.
No, I asked. I just asked because I'm really big on safety. I deal with anxiety, and one of my anxieties are social anxiety. So I don't. If I feel unsafe, it does not feel good for me. So I consistently, like 24/7, share my location with certain people. And I mean, certain people share the location with me like 24/7, and it's not like necessarily that we even check in. But like, if I text one of my best friends and I'll be like, oh, if I text one of my best friends and I'm like, hey, I'm going on a date, then they'll check my location every now and then. But there are certain people who I just consistently share my location with because I deal with social anxiety and I don't like feeling unsafe. Although I don't like somebody knowing where I am 24/7, I like somebody knowing where I am 24/7.
I understand.
Like, don't ask me where I'm going, but like at the same time,
you need to know where I'm going.
Yeah, I share because honestly,
I understand that completely.
Yeah. Like before I started boxing, I was very, very like antisocial. Very like, I don't want you 6 feet near me. Like,
and then what?
I started boxing.
And how did boxing help you?
Mentally, it helped me feel secure within my own skin. It gave me that confidence of, if I can do this with this man who really is about to punch me in my face, who really is about to hit me in my face, and I've been hit a few times, then I can do this with somebody on the street. Would I want to? Nah, but if you push me, I mean, I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
And I'm close to the edge.
Revenge is the sweetest thing. That's the getting. All right now. So yeah, I had to start boxing. That's why I didn't go to a regular gym, because I knew what I needed in my life.
Boxing.
Yeah, not even necessarily boxing. I needed to feel secure.
Okay.
Like
some self-defense.
I needed to feel safe within my own skin, and I needed to feel safe walking around in this world. Yeah.
It's crazy. When I was younger, I felt a lot more safe, but it was a different kind of safe. It was like an oblivious safety. And now I feel safe, but it's because I feel like I can protect myself, and it's different than before. Before it was just like, I'm walking around and I'm young. What are you gonna do to me?
Yeah, when you're young, you feel like life is longer than what it really is.
Yeah.
So your safety isn't really the same.
Not to say I'm not young or anything.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm getting up there in age, but don't get me wrong. My maturity does match my age at times. But don't expect no 24/7 maturity from me. Okay. I likes to be childish. I likes to have fun. And if you not that type, then we not gonna run together. Cause I'm gonna laugh.
Right? I like to have fun too. We be meeting some people and they just like they just
Who
don't. It's
pissed
like
in
they
your
don't want to be
Cheerios?
happy.
Yeah, it's like who pissed in your Cheerios? It's I mean, don't get me wrong. I get in the morning time. You just sometimes you're not a morning person, but who pissed in your Cheerios?
I'm weird though. As soon as I wake up, I'm happy.
I'm not.
Like the moment I open my eyes, like you could be next to me and go, "Bitch, I farted," and I'd be like, as soon as I open my eyes, like I don't know. I don't really wake up grumpy. I'd have to have like a massive headache or something.
I don't wake up grumpy, but I don't wake up wanting to talk to people either. Yeah, I'd be like, it's too early in the morning, right? Calm down.
Well, I mean, I do avoid my phone quite a bit. So
Oh, I don't.
I do. I do. That's because I'm pretty antisocial, but at the same time, that's another reason why I like modeling. It has helped me become more extroverted. And now when people talk to me, they're just like, "You're not no damn introvert," and I'm like, "Well, this took work. This took time to happen." Now it just seems like I'm the most talkative. I'll try to help you get out of whatever you're feeling, type shit. Like, I don't know. I just want to have a good time now because like life is short.
Yeah, I'm an introvert. I'm a deep introvert, actually. I don't. I go to work. I go to the gym, and I take my ass home. Outside them 3 places, it's very hard to find me.
If you add modeling, then you're me. Gym, work, modeling, home.
Yeah. Yeah, let me rephrase that. I gym, I work. I almost do modeling, and that's not me. I gym, I work. I'm home, but then I'm also at the no dress code headquarters. I'm at the no dress code headquarters because we speaking into existence, so we got a headquarters.
Okay. She at the headquarters.
At the headquarters. Okay. Find somebody else to play with. What do you feel like has been the most challenging thing for you so far? I'm glad you got to think about your answers. We don't want nothing too easy over here.
It's not that it's the most, well, okay. Maintaining a line between what I'm doing in modeling or music and my real life. And they're both my real life, but
one is your professional, one is your personal.
Yeah, one is professional, one's personal. And I feel like when people blur that line, they get lost spiritually. And they sink in depression a lot faster. Like for me, when it comes to my normal life, bitch is depressed. Like I go to work, I come home, I got bills, whatever. You try to spread yourself thin, all that goo goo gaga shit. But on the flip side, I can go to a modeling event and I'm happy as fuck. I can go into the studio and I'm super expressive and I'm happy making all the music I want, and it makes me forget about all that other shit. And it's kind of like a release for me. So yeah.
That's important. That's very important. I know when I go, so I personally haven't really had a depressive episode since I've started this podcast. Mind you, we only started a few months ago, but I normally go through like a seasonal depression, which usually starts maybe September for sure, and October is done hit, and it usually lasts at least until like February-ish. So the fact that I haven't really gone through the seasonal depression yet, or it's not been, I don't think I really gone through it yet, and I'm thankful for that. But I did tell myself that I still will have to record and push through, even in the depression.
Mm-hmm.
That the same way I push myself to go to work or go to the gym, when I'm in my depressive states, I have to push myself to do this. But I mean, like I said, thank God I haven't had that episode yet.
I'm happy you haven't had it either.
Me too.
Sometimes you just need something to focus on.
Yeah, and honestly, sometimes it be really bad. It's like, damn, I'm fighting for my life, and you just don't understand. And it's like,
I don't know. I'd be like, do you like talking to people about your feelings? Or are you one of those people that just like, nope, I just talking about it's not gonna help nothing, so I might as well just keep it to myself.
So normally I'm a non-emotional person. Don't talk to me about my feelings, because if I cry, I'm be hot. If you see me cry, I'm be hot. So I don't even like people hugging me like that. There are only certain people that I'm like, okay, every time I see you, I'm gonna give you a hug. And because I'm not really like a physical touch person. Like I said, I have social anxiety, so that plays a part. I'm not a physical touch person, so I'm not big on emotions either. But I do have a friend, and shout out to that friend, that I will reach out to from time to time. Yeah, I will reach out from time to time. Like last year, was it last year? No, it was the beginning of this year. I went through a very, very deep and bad depression. When I say I was fighting for my life every day, I was fighting for my life every day. I was like, all right, I know I got to be here. I know taking myself out is the easy way, and it hurts so many people. But at the same time, I was severely depressed, and you would never know looking at me. But I think that job also played a part in it. The fact that I work from home now, I think has helped a little with my depression as well.
Is it that keeps you from forcing yourself to be in environments you don't want to be in?
Yeah, I don't have to be around people. I don't really necessarily like people. I don't have to be around people like that. Like, I like my space, and I like my own autonomy, and I like being comfortable. And if I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to do it.
Shoot, I heard that. If I could go to work with a blanket, man, I can't even do that.
And I do. I bring my blanket. Sometimes I only be dressed. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes
in a bra and underwear.
Sometimes I just be in a towel. Sometimes I be in a towel. I was just gonna shower 20 minutes ago, and I'm be hot if I get dressed right now. I'm start sweating, so I just be in a towel.
If only they knew.
Sure. Yeah, if only they knew, but they don't. So sometimes I just be in a towel. What they gonna do? Tell me to turn my camera on? I just show the top half.
There's no option for that on your work. Your work computer is there for a video chat with the customer.
Nah, not for the customer. Nah, with my bosses though. Yeah. So if they ever be like, turn your camera on, baby, you got to give me a second. I got to put some clothes on. And let me just go ahead and show you the top half. Let me just go ahead and show you the top half of me.
Put a shirt on and nobody will know.
I feel like they do when you don't wear a bra. Because look, I got a bra on today. My boobs look amazing. I didn't have a bra on before you came, and it was down to my stomach.
It took me a minute to like my boobs.
It took me a minute to like my natural boobs too. Let me tell you what this man told me. Girl, let me tell you. This man told me I got some bunny ears as titties. camera.
The face that I'm making. How do you? I don't think I've ever made that face before.
It's not funny. So
Wow.
So in the moment, I think it low key did hurt my feelings, and I just like let them roll with it. But now, I really don't give a fuck, and that's why I'm gonna leave this shit in because I really don't give a fuck.
Wait. What did they tell me? What did they tell me? Somebody told me I had 70s. He said I had a black woman's titties from the 70s, and I have no idea what that means, but I think it means that they're large, but they're somehow perky, but they're
If I'm imagining it right, I think it has like, you know how some people's boobs go up and then some people's just boobs naturally go down. It doesn't matter the size. Sometimes like, because it depends on how your boob grows. So if it grows from underneath, then it'll kind of have like a lift at the bottom. I learned this in like when I was younger. It'll sometimes have like a lift at the bottom. So I think the way I'm imagining it in my head, the 70s boob is there, but then like it goes up a little bit. Yeah, so your nipple is like up a little bit.
I do have that. Okay.
Yeah, this man told me I had bunny ear boobs. Oh. Yeah, it hurt my feelings in time.
I've actually seen bunny ear boobs. Yours are not that. They were skinny, and they were scary. So yours are not that.
Yeah, mine has a little bit more fat.
Yours are not that.
They have a little bit more fat. Oh, that's how I refer to them anyway. I'm like, it's nothing but fat tissue. I don't understand why you're so uncomfortable seeing it, but okay. So what's your favorite part of modeling?
Probably the people I meet. I really like meeting new people and seeing how other people navigate through their own lives and find that balance. Because really all of this is just learning to me. Everything that I do is for learning. So every time I meet somebody, I learn something new, either about a side hustle that they got going on or how they think. And some things that sometimes I see stuff out there that it's just like, nope, not me. It couldn't be me. And it's like some things about modeling make me just remember who I am before I started modeling. So it's just like, it kind of just reaffirms who I am as a person.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. To do something that makes you feel less than is not always the best. It's not the best. I'm not gonna say it's always. It's not the best at all. And that's how I feel like working my 9 to 5 feels. That's how my 9 to 5 feels.
I think I'm a little weird. I love my 9 to 5. I think it's just because I just like people, but like I'll also do this thing where I don't like people. So it's like if it's in a work setting or I'm off at the studio, but if you catch me in transit in between places, I don't like people.
I'm the complete opposite.
Up to me. I don't know you.
I'm the complete opposite. I don't like people at work. And maybe it's just because I don't like work. Like, I really don't feel like this is what life is about. So,
oh no, definitely clocking in and out for somebody else is not what life is about.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe we're supposed to all be naked somewhere and and enjoying the planet.
Now, I mean, shout out to you if you do like clocking in to your 9 to 5 and you do like working with somebody else. Shout out to you. We not saying that you shouldn't, but for me in my life, I don't feel like that's how life is supposed to be. I really don't. I really feel like working depresses me.
I think it humbles people too, and I think that when you talk to certain people, you can tell who's not receiving certain lessons. Like you can be in certain places and still not learn shit. And I feel like there are some people, like you ever go to work and you're working with somebody, like say you work in customer service and you're really good at customer service, and then you're next to someone a coworker who's also in customer service, but they act like they're not in customer service, and I'll be like, bro, just do your fucking job. Like what are you doing? Like you holding up everything. You making shit harder, and I feel like certain people need to be certain places for a minute.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think I would want someone that's ungrateful or because that's basically what happens anyways. A lot of people that are not nice people, people that scheme and try to do whatever end up at the top, while people that try really hard and do their damn job are still at the bottom poor, and that sucks, and it should really switch around. And eventually God got us.
yeah. I really feel like working depresses me. Working my 9 to 5s depress me. I do it for a while. I do it for a minute, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. But then after a while, I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
You got to switch to a different environment, like a different job.
I'm about to, actually. My job don't know I'm about to leave. Yeah, my job don't know I'm about to be out. If I could find something else hiring remote, I'm out. Y'all not finna. One thing about me that I will never allow a job to do, and I hope y'all don't either. One thing about me, and my mom will tell you, because I think low-key hates it about me, but it is what it is. I'm never going to allow a job to stress me out. I'm never going to allow a job to stress me out.
Oh, yeah.
Because the way I see it is, if I allow you to stress me to my grave, you going to replace me by the next week.
Exactly.
What do I look like? Nobody. When they be like, oh, no, you can't take vacation, I'm sorry, you're going to have to write me up because I'm calling out. It wasn't a request. I was letting you know I'm not going to be here. My job don't even know I'm finna call for a mental day.
I've done that before, but I don't tell them it's a mental day.
Oh, I am. Because otherwise they're going to ask me to call in again. No. I'm telling you, I need a mental day.
Well, your job's a little different from mine.
And my job can trip all they want. And I'm going to tell you, I needed a mental day. What are you going to do? Fire me? Okay. I still needed my mental day.
I can't have my mental days now.
Yeah.
The bills are calling. So.
They going to have to keep calling. Baby, I got caller ID. You got to keep calling. Because I will never let a job stress me out.
It's about time for me to get another job anyway.
Yeah.
Something more like my last one.
I think you should get something like me, but I don't really think you want something like me. Yeah, work from home.
I don't like being like, okay, so look, I'm a weird person. People, when it's hot outside, people just like, man, it's too fucking hot. I wish it was cooler. And then it gets cold. And then you're just like, damn, it's too fucking cold. I wish it was hotter. That's me. So if I'm at work, right, I've been at work for a couple hours, probably by the 5th hour, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I hate it here. And then I go home and I'm off for 3 days and I'm like, I hate it here. I gotta go to work. I need to get to work.
I ain't never felt that way. I ain't never felt that way.
If I'm forced to be at home to work and I'm forced to be there, it's someone else's decision that I decided that I had to be here, then I don't want to do it. But if it's my decision, I like to come and go as I please. And so if I'm at home, my brain is always going to be asking myself, like, why can't I just leave? Why can't I just leave? You can't because you work here. It's your house, but you can't go anywhere. There's no freedom here.
I've never been like, oh, I've been off for 3 days. Let me go back to work. Nobody.
Oh, man, I call in. One of my coworkers was just saying that I call in on my day off. Like, you got some hours in there?
I've never done that.
I got to pay this bill. So, like, you got some hours, like.
I don't care how short I've been on the bill. I've never done that. You'll get this money when I get this money. I'm not going to at work for extra for nothing. My job, let me tell you, I called out one day. The day we went to the shoot. I called out, right? And they text me and they was like, hey, do you want to come work Saturday? That way you don't have to use your sick day or whatever. You can, get your 40 hours. No, I don't. If you let me use my sick day and give me,
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. You'll have to cut this out.
If you allow me my sick day plus a little time and a half, I come in.
The earphones are working.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll come in, but other than that, nah, I'm good.
I think I don't know. I like being at work. I just like talking to the people because, like, low key, when they come through, okay, so I work at a grocery store, a health food grocery store. I'm not gonna say exactly where, but I work at a health food grocery store, and basically, I like to be. I like to talk to people and find out what's really going on. So, like, I don't like that surface level shit, even if we're at a place that probably calls for surface level shit. I like to be that person that's just like, I said, how are you?
Oh yeah, you couldn't work my job then.
And they be like,
Because
okay.
we're not supposed to ask how you are.
Nope.
But only
I couldn't do
because
it.
if you tell us how you are and it's like, oh, I'm in a depressive state because, we use that, or I'm having anxiety, or I failed today, so I'm not feeling okay, we have to report that. So we don't ask you how you doing. That's why, because we don't want to do extra work, really.
It's because you work from home and people be doing crazy shit at home.
Yeah, so we don't ask you how you're doing. When you call in, we be like, hey, thank you for calling so and so.
Oh, I see.
We don't ask how you're doing.
I get that.
We ask how we can help you. Now, if you want to tell us, if you tell us you fail, it's a different story. Then we still have to report it. But baby, we don't ask. And I be praying to God y'all don't be telling me. I be hating when they be like, oh man, let me hit y'all right, okay? They be like,
Oh, I failed. I missed my. I gotta figure out what I can say without ruining my job. Fuck that job. I missed my prescription. I skipped a day. I ran out. I fell. I had to go to the hospital. I've been depressed. I ain't ate in 3 days.
we got to report all that. And who wants to do that?
Sometimes they tell me on their own.
Yeah, if they tell you on your own, I be hating that. Like, dang, you just can't answer the question I asked you. You got to get, like my mother, when she talks to people on the phone, she be giving like real, like sometimes too much information. And I be like, girl, you don't know if they got to report that now. Now you making a job harder. You could have just answered the question. All the backstory, that's not needed all the time.
Yeah. I dated somebody.
I mean,
who
but
would
shout out
not
to my
stop
mama.
doing that. Shout out to your mama.
She doesn't watch this. She don't have to wave.
Oh.
Yeah, I just said shout out to my mama.
But yeah, I dated this guy who just would give people more information than they needed, and I would be like, we'd be trying to get into some place, and he would just give extra information ahead of time before they asked for it. Like if there was a place where they had wanted to ideas, or they normally would
I'll
ideas,
put my ID in the car. Okay.
he literally would just whip it out before they even asked for the ID. And then he'd be like, just trying to force it in their face. And I'd be like, bro, they didn't ask for it. If they don't ask for it, you ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We might just be able to get in. Because what if one of us was lying?
Yeah.
We could just make it in. But not you, not with you.
Because what if we don't bring our ID? I'm one of those people who rarely has their ID on them. I'm sorry to tell y'all, I rarely do. Unless I'm driving my car, I don't have my, and sometimes I drive my car without my ID. If you stop me and you caught me. But if it's not in my car, then baby, I don't really know if I have my ID, but ask me before we leave. It's been plenty of times I done went out with people and I don't have my ID. Just honestly, why do we need IDs?
So they know who you are. In case something happens.
Honestly, I could bring it back to slavery, but I'm not going to. But why do we really need IDs? Yeah, I could bring almost anything back to slavery. I could bring almost anything back to slavery.
Okay, but we're not going to.
We're not. So how'd you get into rapping? How'd you get into music?
Oh man, someone broke my heart.
That'll do it.
This guy, he's pretty well known, but I ain't gonna say anything.
Yeah, we don't.
But it's like, I don't know. It was just one thing after another, and we'd only known each other for a year, so it was kind of crazy for me for all those things to have happened within a year, and they only seemed to be affecting me, and I was going into a really deep spiral, downward spiral, and it got to the point where I wasn't eating or nothing, and I really just did not want to be here. So I called my brother one day, and he let me come to his house because I told him I couldn't be alone, and so he let me spend the night at his house. I was spending the night on the couch for like, I want to say like a week and a half, and every morning he would go to work and he would be like, "I know you're upset right now, but try to do something productive today, and I'll ask you about it when I get home." And every day he would leave for work, and I would just be sitting there watching his TV, doing nothing. And I had also decided to go on my vacation, but so I was just like, fuck it, because I didn't want to talk to anybody anymore.
You decided to go on vacation from work?
Yeah, I was like, I can't talk to anybody anymore. So I started doing that, and eventually, I don't know what happened. Like I had some music on in the background, and then if you let YouTube play long enough, it'll just start going to other shit related to your shit, but
Turn
not
that
really
off.
your shit.
I don't like that. I turn that off.
I know. I was depressed, so I just let it go.
Yeah, I get it, but I turn that feature off.
I'm just laying there like, whatever, bro. Let it all play. And so eventually I started writing. I was writing a poem, and then at that very same time a beat came on. And in my head, you thinking of the words, and so I was just like, this kind of go together as a song? And so I tried to do it out loud, and then it kind of went together. So I was just like, let me try again, but this time intentionally. And so I found another beat, and then I wrote it, and I was like, shut the fuck up. And then I showed my brother, and he got really excited. And him getting excited really
pushed you.
Yeah, because I was just like, I'm not tripping. It's good.
So how long have you been doing music?
Oh man, it's only been a year. I think the first time I showed someone my music, because it took me a really long time to show anybody, because I'm the kind of person that tries to make sure something's really good before I show it to anybody, because I'm not about to embarrass myself. But I don't know. I showed the first person, and they were just like, damn, this sounds like you've been doing it for a minute. And I was like, the same thing I had with modeling. So I was just like, well, maybe I should just keep doing it then. And it made me happy too. So I was just like, all right. And here we are.
So you have a new song on SoundCloud?
Oh no. I mean,
let me tell you, my team did their research, girl. I sent them the profile, and they does their research.
I have a new song out called "Cry Right" with Iceman. I am gonna be putting Iceman. Shout out to Iceman.
Shout out to Iceman.
He's awesome. He's a really good friend.
I have no idea who he is. I'm being honest with you. But shout out.
He's also a part of the group Holy Water. He's the guitarist for Holy Water. They're doing big things right now. And you should check him out and them out.
Does he do like alternative music, or what does he do?
He honestly does everything. He raps, he sings, he does metal, like pretty much everything. Like if he feels it, he'll do it. Type shit.
But I mean like the genre. What like genre is he under?
Like metal, trap, rap.
Got you.
Yeah. So yeah, besides that though, I have some solo music coming out, and also some more tracks that I made with a couple other people, but I'm trying to ease into everybody that I'm working for. I'm trying to make sure I'm working with the right people, not just do collabs with anybody. Just certain people.
That's important. They're because people ask me, can they be on a podcast all the time? Well, not all the time. I don't want to just make it seem like people just DM me every day. But people ask me, can they be on a podcast? And granted, I do want as many guests as I can get, but I also want guests to somewhat align with the podcast.
Well, I think it'd be cool if you also get people that don't align with the podcast, because then your viewers would be thrown a curveball, and they'll be watching something that they would never normally watch, and just be like, "What the fuck?" And that "what the fuck" will probably increase your views a little bit.
Yeah. I am. I'm trying to work with as many people as possible because I don't judge nobody. I'm really just interested in people. Not interested enough that I really want y'all up on me like that, but interested. Like, I like to hear people's stories because everybody's story is different. Like, I like to hear people's stories genuinely, and not like out of nosiness or to feel like I know your life or I know your story or to be like all up in your business or nothing. But I just be interested in people's stories.
Yeah, I think I like listening to people tell me their stories because I like books. I like to hear people talk about stuff. It's like reading an audiobook.
Yeah, I wanted to do like a video family tree.
What you mean?
Like, I wanted to take a camera and go to every single member on my daddy's side of the family, not every single aunt and uncle on my daddy's side of the family, and talk to them.
You should.
They weren't open to it. A lot of them weren't open to it.
You asked them and they didn't want to do it.
I know a lot of them aren't open to it. And it's not like I'm trying to be all in your business, but it's like the way I see it. So in the earlier episode, I mentioned that I knew that I was loved by people, and I didn't necessarily always feel that love or always allow myself to feel that love. So I struggled with accepting love from other people because I just didn't feel like, not necessarily I deserved it, but like I didn't necessarily understand always why, like why you feel like you love me.
Mm.
And as I've gotten older, I realized that people just love me because I'm me, and not like that, like not on no cocky shit, but they're supposed to love you because of who you are, not necessarily what you can do for them.
Yeah, I love people because they exist.
Yeah, because they're them.
Yeah.
So when I say because I'm me, that's what I mean. Like, not necessarily like on some cocky shit, like, oh, because I'm that bitch, but like because I'm just me. Like, that's all there is to it. And I remember I wanted to start with the last living aunt that my dad has. It's hard to get people on. Not saying she wasn't gonna do it. Shout out to her. But it's hard to get people to do that because really I wanted I wanted her to do it, and then unfortunately that's the last aunt and the last uncle, but well, the last sibling. But so I really wanted her story because it's like once you're gone, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And having a video family tree could be amazing. Like there's so much about your history that you don't know or that we don't know, and unless somebody is willing to tell us, that history dies with you.
Well, I mean, if you don't record it, it does die.
Yeah, a lot of them weren't open to the possibility. And then when my dad passed, it didn't make sense for me anymore. Not like that, but that's my daddy. So if I can't get his story, I'm not really worried about nobody else's. Not like that. I mean, shout out to the rest of y'all, but
No, that makes sense.
I got to figure out what I pass down to my kids, and I would rather my kids really know my dad's story from my dad's mouth versus, secondhand. But yeah. So what's something you want people to know about you?
I love my mom.
Okay, shout out to your mom.
I don't know. I think when I put up my music, probably the followers that I do have now, they'll probably expect me to put out something ratchet. or something where I could twerk my ass. And that's not really what I do. I had someone that I work with told me that before they hired me and worked with me, that my page looked like it was a page of somebody who wasn't real, like not a real person. I didn't have like a lot of personal shit up there. It was more like just my modeling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And besides like a couple things like working out, I had like a couple workout videos, but for the most part, like there were no feelings and shit on there. And then I think I started to vent more online after that, but then I stopped because that's not me.
Yeah, you got to do what's comfortable for you.
Yeah, so I'm just like, nah, I don't really need to do that. But I don't know. I think that they'll probably just be like, damn, this bitch is probably a little bit emotional. Or I think whenever I do say something, I do have a lot of followers that care about me. Even some of the people that I've never met before, people all the way on the other side of the world that care about me. I've had people donate me money just to help. And they'll be like, I've seen where you started in modeling, and I see where you are now, and I really believe in you.
Yeah, it's crazy. You never know who's actually watching you.
Yeah, somebody sent me, I think he sent me like $300, and then he was trying to help me win a competition online, and I was just like, what? And I love my family, but nobody in my family donated or anything, because you can see it. But it was all strangers, mostly, that was helping me. And I think that kind of set the tone for everything that I was doing.
That voting thing?
Well, yeah, that one thing.
I was going to say, I voted.
No, yeah, you can cast a free vote.
Oh, I'm being honest. Times is hard, okay? Every dollar, baby. I don't live on my own. So that's what I mean by times are hard. Finances, yeah, I do what I can.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's fine. But I did still, even though I know everybody's going through stuff, I did still notice those things.
No, you do. You 100% notice that.
And so when I started the music, I was right now I'm like expecting it to be similar. Like I get more from strangers than my family. I am expecting that, but it doesn't seem to be happening that way.
Oh, you mean because of me? Or
well, like, yeah, you've asked me about it, like just something as small as like just asking me about it, because it's not like it took me a minute to even tell anybody I was doing it. It took me like, because I told you I've been doing music for about a year. It probably took me like 7 months before I decided I was about to tell people that I was making music. And so, and my brother actually helping me, like that, gosh, like that it really means a lot to me that he's even helping me, because I'm just like, shut up, you wanna invest like money, like you wanna put money into it, like you really do believe in me.
they
amazing.
say that the strangers believe in you, like the people you know usually don't believe in you until it's popular. But strangers will believe in you from day one.
I've felt that before.
And it's usually because the people who are around you have seen you grow, and it's like, if we came from the same place, how are you in a position that I'm not in?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily jealousy or envy, but it's like just how, like, and it's like, I want to support you, don't get me wrong, but at the same time I'm like, damn, I'm not necessarily where I want to be either. I'm not where I want to be. So it's hard to support somebody who is where I feel like I should be.
Yeah, that's true. That, and we're all going through depression. So, and I know for me, like, it's hard for me to, like, before it used to be way easier for me to be up in people's faces a little bit. Like, I was antisocial, but I was still, like, present. And I probably visited people more often. And then I think, like, the last 2 years, I've become really, like, 3 years, I've become really, like, just, like, to myself, not visiting nobody. Even my mom, like, when I'm depressed, she knows. Because, like, she just won't hear from me. But, Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have family who support this podcast, and shout out to y'all, 100%. But a lot of the times, it is people who you don't know who will support you, and are rooting for you.
Hey, shout out to Marquisha. She used one of my songs in her live stream on Twitch, and that made me really happy.
Shout out to Marquisha since you dropped a name.
Yeah.
Because I don't drop names.
Tweedle-Lyris.
Okay, we can drop her handle, I guess. Where's that at?
Tweedle-Lyris. You can find her on IG or Twitch.
All right. I will put that on the story. I can't. That's what I'm saying. Put it in the content. But if y'all catch it within 24 hours, y'all catch it. And this is just her shout out. But I will leave her information in the info, as well as in the content section on the No Dress Code Pod page. And I hope you guys are following. Okay then. Are you ready for a little game?
No. What is it?
Never have I ever.
What? Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's go play it.
Ooh. So these are just going to be random.
Okay.
We don't really have anything. You want to do 10 fingers? Because we don't have shots.
Let's do 5.
Otherwise, I would do
Let's
shots.
do 5.
You got to show your 5.
I got secrets.
Yeah, I'll show your 5. Child, I got secrets too.
I'm just kidding. I don't really have any secrets.
I do. And they ain't getting down as far as I'm concerned. All right. Never have I ever gotten sloppy drunk at work.
Never have I ever bought a dildo for someone else.
Dildo, no. Vibrator, yeah.
Damn. So close.
Yeah. Never have I ever worked a job I actually liked for too long.
For too long.
Yeah.
That changes everything.
Yeah.
If you like it, it can never.
No. I don't like it too long. So never have I ever liked a job too long. Like, there's an expiration date on my likes. And I don't know why.
Well, me neither.
You've liked every job?
I did like every job, but I've left as soon as it felt like too long.
Nah, when I said I don't like it too long, like meaning I don't like it till I leave. Like by the time I leave, I already don't like it. I'm leaving because I don't like it.
Yeah, I've never had a job where I liked it the entire time.
All right.
There's usually always some reason when you're leaving. Never have I ever had the favorite color purple.
You're a damn lie.
What?
You're a damn lie.
My favorite color is not purple.
I asked you.
It's turquoise.
No. I asked you what your favorite color was, and you said light purple.
Oh, that's pastel. It's different.
No, it's still purple. Did you not hear the word purple?
Violet.
Nah. Purple is purple.
All right, fine.
Put that finger down because
Do we gonna count that?
Yeah, you lied.
I could just do another one.
No, you lied.
I didn't lie. I just forgot.
Nah, you let that whole question get out before you said it. Like, nah, that counts.
Look, man, my old age is getting to me.
I'm trying to tell you, ain't no spring chicken no more.
First of all, that's enough. I'm a chicken. I'm a spring chicken. I'm spring chicken. I'm spring as they come. So, all right.
Okay, so never have I ever had to fire my manager or a manager.
Had to fire your manager?
Yeah. Are you not modeling? Are you not rapping?
Yeah.
Your manager.
Had to fire your manager?
Yeah.
Like I had to fire my manager?
Yeah.
But I'm the manager.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were your own manager.
Oh, okay.
I thought you had a manager.
Oh, no. Right now I'm signed to a conceited modeling talent agency. I have never Never have I ever used Serabe.
I haven't either, but I thought about it.
Damn it.
Yeah, I haven't, but I thought about buying it. Never had I ever had a bad experience with an artist.
Bad experience.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on a vibrated pillow, you guys, and I love it.
So right now we have a Reddit. But before we get into this Reddit, I got one more question for you regarding your rapping, regarding your music. How has writing always been easy for you? Do you feel like yes?
Also because of my brother. He's the one that used to make me read and write all the time. And he was always checking my punctuation, and we were always doing some type of activity with writing. And I was really interested in English and creative writing in school.
Are you good at English?
Oh, yeah.
Can you take my English class for me if I needed you to?
I'm sorry. I think that everybody has to do their own battles. This is a journey specifically for you. And if I do it for you, you won't get what you need out of it.
If anybody out there wants to do my English class for me, I will pay you. My normal person, I'm not gonna put this out too much because I don't want the school coming back to me. But my normal person act like they too good now. They went ahead and got a husband and some kids now, acting like they too good to come over and take a class for your girl.
Oof.
We're gonna probably edit that part out because I don't want the school to come back and take no type of nothing. So we are at the point in this episode where we have a Reddit. So we'll read it. I think you kind of get the point. We'll read it, and then we'll give our opinion.
Okay.
All right. So it says, "Am I the asshole for telling my friend she's too basic to be a model?"
Yes.
That's the title. Okay, so some backstory. I've been modeling with an agency since I was 16. In model standards, my career is successful. I'm female, 21, now, and somewhat taking a break to focus on school. I've known my friend, 21, female. She is 5'5", mid-sized, and looks like your average person. Important for later. For a few months now, and the topic of modeling came up. It came up that I used to model full-time and just recently slowed down for school. She asked what agency I'm with, and I told her the name, and told me that she wanted to join that agency and do high fashion work, and how lucky I was. I shrugged and told her good for her, but she noticed something was up and asked why I was acting like that. I told her it was nothing, but she kept pushing and pushing till I told her modeling isn't all fun and games. I told her the truth about the industry and how toxic it is. How on the outside it looks like it's changed, but it hasn't. How I've been harassed by agents for my hip measurements being 35.7 instead of 35, and constantly being rejected for things out of my control. I also told her about the pay and how it isn't this huge paycheck right after, but very random, and there were months I had to stretch the paycheck or get in advance for a smaller amount for fees. When I told her there were covers, shows I've done for people, and exposure, she didn't believe me and called me a liar. She then goes on to tell me about Lily Rose Depp and Kendall Jenner and how they get paid millions for their work. I told her they are firstly Nepo babies, and secondly, the top 1% of the industry, and it can take the most amazing model years to get there, and if they even get that lucky. She kept saying that it isn't true, and those girls just aren't good models, and how once she gets there, she'll make it to that level. This is where I snapped and told her she's not even that tall enough or unique for runway work. God damn. She once again brought up Lily Rose Depp and how she's walked for Chanel multiple times, even though she's short. I once again told her to remember who her parents are and the connection she has. She then said the industry isn't like that anymore. This is where I went off and said the industry hasn't changed like that. That there still isn't a market for petite, mid-sized girls, and she isn't big enough for plus size modeling, but not small enough either. I mentioned how if they made a fuss about a zero point 0.7 difference in my hips, why would they care about her? She has no connections to help her on the runway, and she is a normal person, and that commercial work is the only chance she has at modeling. And after this, she called me a jealous hater and stormed off. She hasn't talked to me since. This is where I feel like I'm the asshole for being harsh and telling her that she'd fail in high fashion and that her only chance at success is with commercial modeling. I asked another friend and she said I should have just went along with what she was saying, even though I knew she was completely wrong. Who was the asshole? So they didn't give names. So just for the purposes of this, we'll give them names. Let's say Ashley is the model and Brittany is the friend. A and B.
Okay, well, Ashley seemed like she felt pretty inspired. And so I think as a friend, it's your job to not kill your friend's dreams. And also, if Brittany knew what the hell she was talking about, she would also understand that people need to learn their own lessons. Just how she was able to learn everything about modeling and how strict it is. What?
But it's all good. I think you switched
Brittany?
them. Yeah, I said Ashley was the model and Brittany was the friend.
Yeah, I'm right. Brittany is
No, Ashley is the one that is already a model. And Brittany is the friend that wants to be a model.
I did. Okay, well, I'm just going to describe them. So the one that wants to be a model, I feel like she should go ahead and try anyway. You never really know. She will get paid. Obviously, she won't. She might. I can't even say she won't because we live on a planet where things just happen.
Yeah, because that girl is getting paid for AI acting. For acting like an AI. Oh, girl, Pinky, that does the... I can't even do it. I want to do it so bad, but I can't even do it. I think it's like, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, man. Yeah, she really get paid big banks for that. I mean, shout out to her. There's no judgment. That's a real fetish from my understanding, but I digress.
But yeah, I think you should, support your friends if it feels like something is out of reach. Like even if when I started modeling, even the way that I'm not gonna say the way that I look. I'm not ugly, but I'm not perfect either. And I feel like if I have actually had people tell me that, like, I wasn't going to go very far, or I have these limits and stuff. And, like, that's fine for me because my only goal in modeling anyways was to go as far as I could, not where you are at the top of the pyramid. Like, that's never been my goal. My goal is just go as far as I can maintain my happiness.
That's important.
Yeah. So I really think that her friends should have just let her learn on her own.
So is she an asshole?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Well,
she could have said what she wanted to say. She could have said it in so many different ways. She could have said, it is pretty tough. This is what I go through, and then tell her what she goes through, and then her friend could take that information, use it to make an educated decision whether she wanted to go into the industry or not. But she didn't do it that way. She basically kind of just attacked the way her friend looked. Like you're not gonna be good enough. Like, don't even try type shit, and that's not right. So, yeah, people don't really listen to you when you try to force them. When it seems like you're forcing them. If you just give them information and make their own decisions, like, they might even agree with you. So.
all right. So you saying the model is the asshole? It's not about what you say. It's not what you say. It's how you say it.
Yeah.
And baby, let me tell you, we couldn't have been friends because it's not about you telling me that I couldn't be a model. It's about the way you telling me I can't. Now, granted, you are right. Kendall Jenner and who was what Lena, what did I say the girl's name was? Something Del Rosa.
They definitely do have
Yeah, they
the
definitely.
connections.
Okay, so I don't know about the other girl, cause Lily Rose Depp. Oh, Depp, I got it now. I got it now, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it now. So they probably did have a little nepotism. Honestly,
A little nepotism.
they probably, that's what Nepo was, the 1% Nepo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they probably did have nepotism. And let's keep it 100. You act like if you don't have the opportunity to have some nepotism, you're not gonna take it. Baby, I don't understand what the obsession is with getting shit out the mud. Why would you want to if you don't have to? That don't make no sense. If my parents worked hard and broke their backs, why would I need to break my back? And they already broke their back. You damn right I'm a cash in.
Yeah.
You damn right. If I break my back to be,
Because it's not actually, people are just jealous when they're doing that because they're at the bottom.
because they don't have that same connection.
Yeah, that's just jealousy, and that's fine.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah, it's not gonna get them anywhere.
Kendall Jenner's still modeling.
Mm-hmm.
Lily Rose Depp, she's still getting it. So you can hate on the nepotism all you want, but if you really think about it, if you had the opportunity to have nepotism, you're gonna take it. There's no way you can tell me you're not taking it.
It's not. I actually feel not Kendall.
Lily?
Kylie.
Oh, Kylie.
No. Kendall is the model, but I'm saying Kylie has a pretty good walk too, even though she doesn't really do it.
Oh.
She just started her next clothing brand. The first one didn't do too well, and right now, even though she's born with
a
a
silver
lot of
spoon.
connections and all this stuff, a lot of the people, customers, as soon as she dropped the brand, everybody was harassing her.
They're buying for your name. They don't really care about the product. It's literally the name behind it. And I understand that because I don't know if y'all can see that poster behind me, but let baby girl drop some more merch and I'm buying it. I don't care. It's the name. You're damn sure right. It's the name. Let baby girl behind me drop some more merch. And your girl gonna run up.
Yeah, her name definitely does help her, but she is getting bullied online because of her connections, which is crap.
Yeah,
really
but
fair.
also, it's one of those things that you have to. I'm not saying you have like you should. Yeah, you do. You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, you do have to have thick skin.
It sucks, but people are gonna say what they want to say, especially online, because they feel like you can't touch them, and if you do touch them, then they quick to call the police. So you can't touch them. So let them speak. Like, I understand words can hurt from time to time, but baby, you better put a jacket on and let them words roll off, because that's all they are.
Yeah, it's just words. I still wish I have this thing where I'm just like, I know the planet is awful, but at the same time, I'd be like, all right, this is how it is down here.
Yeah.
So we gotta learn to roll with it, but you shouldn't have to.
Yeah. Because it really doesn't matter how much you are doing positively. People sometimes don't want to see you doing better than them.
Yep.
So, as your friend, you definitely, let me tell you something. My friends, they support my delusions. When I said I'm starting this podcast, they support my delusions. They don't have to repost. Some of them don't repost, and that's fine. I don't force somebody to do nothing. They listen when they want to listen. Hey, not necessarily I can see, but I can see who's listening and I can see who ain't. But my friends, they gonna support my delusion. Because why would they tell me no? Honestly, what harm does it do to them?
Yeah, I would never tell any of my friends that like they can do something. I want you to do everything that's in your mind.
Yeah, I support my friends' delusions. It no matter what they want to do. You want to bust the window out the car, baby? I support the delusion.
It's only delusion until you make it real.
You know, speak that. Speak that. That's what I'm talking about. Speak that. How have you felt? How did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, you were really nice, and you really, I really enjoyed talking to you. I like the topics that we covered.
But yeah, how did you enjoy your time?
I loved it. I would definitely do this again. It's a really comfortable environment.
What? That's what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. Thanks.
So, do you want to shout your Instagram out again? We like to do it in the beginning and the end, just for those who did listen to the full thing.
Okay. Hey guys, if you can follow me, Gean Grey with a G, with 2 underscores, so GeanGrey and 2 underscores on Instagram.
I'm glad you spelled that because I thought it was Gray.
No, it's Grey. Add me on Instagram. I'm the one with the gray hair and the gray eyes. If it's anybody else, don't follow them.
Again, we're gonna don't even worry about that. We're gonna tag her in the bio as well as we will post it on we'll post it on the story. But since it's only 24 hours, we will also post it on the content on the highlight under content. We'll have her page listed for you to always be able to find her. Is there anything else you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
No matter what you're going through, I know this planet is really rough, but there's still some beautiful things here. So if you're going through something that's really hard, or if it's a daily struggle, and sometimes you don't want to do normal stuff like brush your teeth, wash your butt.
That sounds like depression.
Yeah, and you're finding it hard to find the energy and the motivation to get through the day. Just don't forget that on this planet, that even though there's a lot of ugly things, there's still a lot of beauty here. And in order to see it, you have to be willing to see through the bullshit. And don't give up.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you are watching, then welcome to the team, okay? We appreciate you, okay? Run these numbers up, though. Run these numbers up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend to pull up. They gonna love it here the same way you do. They're going to love it here. Don't forget to follow the No Dress Code Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We everywhere. No Dress Code Pod, just like it sounds, just like it's spelled. NODR. I was going to do it like the Usher Raymond. The U-S-H-E. It didn't flow out right. It didn't flow out right. It was too many letters. But NODRESSCODEPOD. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and everything. And I'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye.
Bye.